And that is not in the rules of the game. We have seen games.
Bring someone in the box 10 times and it's valid. The referee points to the spot.
In our first game on the under-17, the referee gave us two penalties.
Yeah, we even missed one.
So if you run foul of the rules, the referee will have to apply it.
Yeah.
So why do you need to discontinue a game because the referee awarded the penalty? You know, if you have grievances, you can write a report and channel it to the LMC, for posterity, but not time. I mean, the last time I heard that the abandoned game was, I think, about 2 seasons ago. we didn't hear of such events last season.
And that was what, particularly for a season that has been competitive.
I mean,
that we've seen good football. That players are beginning to see the need to play for not just the clubs, but also get into the Super Eagles. And then all of this happening.
Just like Oye said, Udoji, Enyimba got penalty this weekend, Udoji missed it. It happens. Sharks, like the report I got, Sharks were very compact, they were brilliant in that game. It was a game, even if they score, they can even come from behind and even won or get a point. Putting themselves under the pressure. Yeah. Like the table we just displayed on the screen. If we try and deduct the point right now, Sharks will drop to the bottom 4. White Dolphins will move forward. You know what I mean? Even both Bodako teams are not even safe because mathematically now Kwara has got a chance to move ahead of both teams. So I mean, this is sad.
Very sad. Listen up, clubs. We all have a responsibility to make our football admirable. We don't want to be hearing about all of this. Let's talk about the first leg of the CAF Champions League final. TP Mazembe, they needed to do the job. It was a bit tough, but they went away from home and they did it 2-1.
Well, Austin, anytime I watch TP Mazembe, I'm so fulfilled, as an African, because this is a team that, has assembled a lot of players from across the African continent. You have Ivorians, you have Zambians, Tanzanians, you even have players, from Ghana. Yep. And they are doing so well. They even missed a penalty that could have made it 3-1. 2-0 in Algiers. I've been to Algiers. It's an atmosphere that is intimidating. Yeah. When you play there, and for these players to have held their own, when they were reduced to 10 men, Winfrey Calabar was given a record. They still scored the second goal. So it shows that when you organize a team properly, when you put the right structure, from playing in the Continental Championship, they have built their own stadium in Lubumbashi. They have been able to control their destiny, no influence from government quarters or outsiders, and the sky is the limit. They have also played at the World Cup level. So these players have a lot at stake for them, and they have done the first thing by getting away victory in Algiers. Then in Lubumbashi, I think USM Algiers are going to see hell. Because the fans, choke the away teams.
So they are waiting for them. So that's it. That's football. Last week, Friday, Toby was saying that we should scrap the 2 legs. But no, maybe after this one, when TP Mazembe wins the Qatar contemplating to talk to CAF about it. So that's it. So much fun talking sports. Let's go on this break. We told you Larry Kundayo promised to defeat Ghana's Joseph Lamptey for disrespecting the Nigerian flag. Yes, Larry went on to win that one. We'll let you see highlights of that fight, and then I'll come back. We'll talk about it, and then talk about the UEFA Champions League. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Stay.
Department. Good right hand now.
Good short left hand as well, as Lamptey again just tried to bulldoze his way through onto the inside in that corner. He's never managed to get into range. Whenever he has got in, he's almost been a little bit too close and he's just been smothering his own punches. That was a little bit better there as he let the left and right hand go.
He's certainly coming out having a go, and he's found the kitchen sink now. Again, that elusive skills from Larry Agandeo. A joy to watch.
The balance and the reflexes and the fitness really from Agandeo being highlighted in this final round, and Lamptey just plodding after him really, throwing those big right and left hands, trying to make some kind of an impact.
This shows how well he works with his coach, Harry Andrews.
Well, between rounds there, I think we've got a quick look at Larry's wife and his 2 little daughters, Almira and Larissa. Had their health problems this week. So
classy shot, that right hand.
They were very much fighting for them. That was a good stinging right hand. A little bit of wrestling going on as we head into the final minute of this encounter. For the welterweight championship of Africa between Larry Agandeo in the green and white and Joseph Lamptey in the yellow-green and red of Ghana with the black star in the front of the shorts.
And along with that, and your top 15 ranking in the world.
Going up those rankings, so important. Nakadao into the last 20 or so seconds now of this fight with Lamptey. Lamptey again, still he comes forward, still he's trying, still he's believing that even with just a handful of seconds remaining in the fight, he can just land that one shot that can turn this all around. It's not going to happen. But he's put absolutely everything into this. Well, the bell goes at the end of 36 minutes. Some good action between these two. They put a lot of effort, a lot of dedication, a lot of craftsmanship from Akindele as well throughout the course of those 12 3-minute rounds. It's a resounding victory for him. He will be the mandatory challenger, really, if there is such a thing, for the Commonwealth title against Sam Eggington. And I'll put you right on the spot straight away. Who wins Akindele against Eggington?
That's a tough one. That's, you know, Eggington's come on for me, one of the most improved fighters. I like Eggington a lot, but you know, I've obviously with Larry at night, you know, I'm not going to commit. You know,
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. You don't get paid extra for making predictions, by the way.
But
So
you know what? It'll be a great fight, and I hope, you know, Larry's back there fighting. And hopefully, he can get that opportunity.
posing for pictures. And Akindele will be the African welterweight champion. There is no doubt whatsoever about that. And his boxing journey, which has been a very interesting one so far, will continue. It'll be interesting to see what the next chapter may hold. Signed with Mickey Elliott recently. Has had a frustrated time of it over the last 2 or 3 years. But this should launch him back into the kind of company that he wants to be mixing in. Lamptey has certainly earned his money tonight, that is for sure.
It's interesting, and they seem so pleased with
Just
themselves,
calling
don't they?
both fighters to the centre of the ring. I think we're not too far away from being ready with the announcements. Just waiting for our MC, Mark Schmidt. And I think we can go to Mark now.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action, we go to the scorecards. Judge Marcus McDonald scores the contest 119 to 109. Judge Cook scores the contest 119 to 110. And Judge Williams scores the contest 120 to 118. The unanimous decision, your winner and the new IBU welterweight champion, Larry Akindele.
Well, Larry Akindele gets it on all 3 cards, 120 to 108, which was how we had it. The other two, 119 to 109, so 1 round in there for Larry.
So that's it. Sweet victory for Larry Akindele. You saw the Nigerian flag fully represented there. Unanimous decision, but Larry still undefeated. And then we'll be having a title, that title defense fight. He says he wants to have it in Lagos or Nigeria so that everyone that loves boxing can come out to watch him. Good one for Larry Akindele. We spoke about this at the weigh-in, Joseph Lamptey. And let's give kudos to Joseph Lamptey also for holding his grounds and then taking the fight all the way to the 12th round. But again, he showed some resistance. He said he was going to come out strong, disrespected the Nigerian flag. Larry said, look, I'll beat you. And that's the result there.
Well, I wanted Akindele to even give him a knockout, you know, for disrespecting our flag, even though the excuse he gave, you know, was neither here nor there. And I watched the interview where he said they were supposed to bring the 2 flags, the Ghanaian flag and the Nigerian flag, and he felt that it was kind of a conspiracy. They only brought the Nigerian flag, but that shouldn't make you disrespect the symbol, you know, of the Nigerian people. They don't do that. I think they should be educated. Don't do that. So I wanted Akindele to to knock him down in the second or third round, so that will serve as a big lesson to him, never to disrespect a big brother. We are the big brothers, and Ekundayo has shown that.
I see it. Just see the way he is great about it. If you were a Ghanaian, you'd have been receiving punches from that man.
All about bragging rights.
I know that's what boxing is all about. So congratulations once again to Larry Ekundayo. He says, Austin, I want to bring your next fight to Lagos in January. Let's see if you can actually bring that fight. Welterweight boxer, he's got some quality and he's doing big things for Nigeria, still undefeated. Larry Ekundayo, let's wish him all the best. Let's talk here for Champions League now, Toby. We'll soon be seeing the fixtures, but again, a tough one coming up. Let's see now. Real Madrid will take on PSG. Shakhtar will play Malmo. Manchester United will play CSK Moscow. The first leg ended 1-1. Yep. Let's see if CSK Moscow can, create any upsets right there at Old Trafford. FC Astana, guys from Kazakhstan, not getting so much love in the Champions League. They're seeing reality now. They will play Atletico Madrid. It's Tuesday fixtures in the UEFA Champions League match day 4. PSV Eindhoven will play Wolfsburg. Benfica will play Galatasaray. Borussia Mönchengladbach will play Juve. Sevilla will play Man City. Manchester City is still looking for a solid ground in the UEFA Champions League where they can just impress. But everyone will say they are wanting to see if Arsenal will show some character when they play on Wednesday.
That should be one of the biggest games for Arsenal. I think they've been in brilliant form. League form has been massive, and then the victory against Bayern, not many of us expected that they really show class, they really show character. So they need to take the momentum to the second leg, and also they've got some good moments in Germany. They always got something positive from Germany, so they might also continue from that. They've looked very good in recent time. They look very, very good in recent games, and I think Bayern should be worried. Arsenal should avoid losing. If they drop maximum 3 points in that game, they might just be saying goodbye to the UEFA Champions League. So they understand what is at stake, and also they understand everything Bayern will throw at them. I think Arsenal will stand tall.
Well, I see Manchester City as a very good side. They've got depth. They look admirable when they play football. But in the UEFA Champions League, it's been a struggle.
Well, I think the problem is usually Van Gaal's tactical, selection. I've watched some games where he, especially against Arsenal, when you started Sebastian Schweinsteiger in the midfield against a very mobile Arsenal midfield. But if he's able to get it right, I think he's trying to keep some of his stars happy by rotating his squad, and that has always been the problem. But in terms of quality, they have a lot of young players coming in. Martial has been very, very instrumental for Man City. At the Old Trafford, CSK, will play. You have to play the game of their lives to get something. Because Man U want to prove a point. They want to do well at the Champions League. They want to also do well in the league. So it's going to be tough for CSK. But our own interest is Ahmed Musa and Seydou Doumbia, who's also an African. They've been very, very solid up front for CSK Moscow.
You can easily tell when which is not following the MPFL is watching Manchester United. He likes Manchester United. Ignore Manchester City and face Manchester United. Thank you so much, Uchi, for coming around. Always a pleasure. And Toby Adekoju, thank you for coming around.
Pleasure.
So that's the show for tonight. But we're getting a lot of messages on Twitter and Facebook. Keep them coming on Twitter. We're channels_sports, and on Facebook, we're channels-sports. That's the show on behalf of the ever reliable sports team at Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. I'm Austin Okonakman. There will be UEFA Champions League football tomorrow. That's more than enough reason for you to keep talking sports. Bye for now.